This is speech number 4 for Mr. Lewis's communications class. The title for my speech is The Purity Problem, a Case Against the Best in Show. The friends we make in a lifetime come in all shapes and sizes. Some are more meaningful than others. Some last forever. Some don't. Many of the most important friends I have had the pleasure of knowing share a few common traits. They're furry, they walk on all fours, and they wag their tails when they're really happy. I'm referring, of course, to man's best friend. Whether you're making the decision to take care of a dog for the first time or just adding to the family, adopting a furry friend can be a very rewarding experience. Although the joy of caring for these creatures is a wonderful adventure, there are some issues involved. Some rather unwelcome circumstances that can arise if one is not informed before making their decision. It can be easy to see the pictures of playful pugs on the internet or watching a German Shepherd stand tall in a dog show and think, that's the one I want. Unfortunately, the concept of a purebred canine is not always a pleasant one. Due to the process involved in breeding for specific traits, purebred dogs are often in poor health. An adopted one can cost you as well as numerous sheltered pups who may never find a home. Almost 4,000 years of selective inbreeding for certain traits in dogs has resulted in a lack of genetic variation. Without genetic variation, purebred dogs have significantly higher risk of inherited diseases. This disheartening trend of breeding standards has resulted in conditions like canine syringomalia, a neurological disorder presented in 70% of Cavalier breeds in which the brain is too large for the skull, causing severe neck pain and spinal cord damage. The dangerous ramifications and lack of empathy associated with selective breeding is illustrated by James Serpell, the director of the Center for the Interaction of Animals and Society at the University of Pennsylvania School of Veterinary Medicine. Mr. Serpell explains that historically, a breeder's primary concern was to produce a dog that looked like the breed standard. Even if they did recognize health problems, breeders were too driven to produce what was perceived to be the most perfect breed. Purebred dogs are also expensive. Purchasing a purebred dog will range you somewhere between $500 to $3,000, depending on the particular breed, and go all the way up to $10,000 for prize-winning lineages. Data from the UC Davis University study shows that purebred dogs are nearly twice as likely to exhibit a genetically related disorder. And when you consider that the average routine veterinary care of a dog can range between $700 and $2,000 a year, the discrepancy in your dog's health can cost you some serious money. Adopting a mixed breed is also a statement for the preservation of the quality of life in the population of canines. It is a statement towards the refusal to contribute to harmful selective breeding that can result in a lifetime of suffering for these animals. It's also the most direct way to help lower the number of the 3.3 million dogs that are sheltered without a home each year. Approximately 670,000 of those dogs will be euthanized. The feeling of unconditional love is a unique thing. That is what makes our furry friends so special. The joy of a pup can bring someone an immeasurable amount of happiness. This is why we should show our canine companions that same unconditional love. To avoid advocating for harmful inbreeding among the dog population, the next time you decide to add one of these wonderful animals to your family, please forgo purchasing a purebred dog and instead adopt a mixed breed from your local shelter. Not only will you be supporting the case against cruel breeding standards, you will also be saving yourself from the expenses associated with pure breeds, as well as the emotional distress of watching your loved ones suffer. Even more so, do it to aid in the preservation of life and well-being of the countless pooches who do not have a home yet. Because we're talking about man's best friend here. And isn't that what friends are for?